bodies benefit a great deal from awakening, but it's not about bodies. And Fredness has benefited immeasurably from the awakening that it didn't have, but which was, but the awakening was had through this body, and the patterns of Fredness have benefited, but it's not about Fred. It's not about. It's not about. It's what is it? What is awakening about, and who is it for? So awakening is for awakeness, and it is awakeness. The process. It's in the end. It'll maybe just an instant, but sometimes it's we can't pick out an instant. So I'll just say it's the moment or process, and it will always be a process of awakeness itself, the very capacity, consciousness, the capacity by which these words are said and heard. Nothing can happen in the absence of consciousness. You know, you can say, well, it would still be here. Well, how would you know in the absence of consciousness? You wouldn't know anything. You couldn't know anything. So what happens in the absence of consciousness? Nothing. So what is that nothing like? It's not like anything. It's nothing. So this willingness to come to unknow all of my primary beliefs. I'm a Fred Davis, and this is what I think, and this is what's right, and this is the way things should be, and all of this. You know, one of the big obstacles in waking up is that there has to be a moment, at least, where it's recognized, oh my God, I've been wrong all my life about everything. There's and that is an ego. I wish it was ego shattering. It'll shatter ego momentarily, but ego is pretty resilient. And not that there is an ego that we could weigh or measure or anything, but the ego is what I use to refer to a collection of patterns that are sort of self-referential and operate together in this and that. And it is very resilient. You can do a lot of stuff. You know, there's awakeness has been flowing through this body consciously now for 17 plus years. And but don't think don't think that Fredness can't, the pattern of Fredness, that don't think that the ego can't believe a thought. And what are some of the thoughts that I might believe? Well, I'm special. Have you noticed that? That would be a favorite thought. And I'm better than. I'm worse than. And I know it all, and I know nothing. All of those are egoic states that are adopted, and they're adopted by who? They're just adopted. They just become. I say adopted, but it's not by anybody. They just rise into being. The sense of, because what are all the things about those? Every single thing I noticed is an attempt to prove the separateness